before we begin, we'd like to first thank Go Light Philippines for making this video possible, and I'll be sharing the link on how you can get in touch with them for your future business opportunities. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Auto Infinity PH, and for today we will be featuring this locally purchased 2012 Mercedes Benz S350 long wheelbase purchased from CATS Philippines. So let's kick things off by talking about the external features of this car. So as you can see on your windshield, you would see a lot of round things. Those are actually sensors. They are used for anti-collision, lane assist, automatic headlights, as well as the wipers. And then as we move further here, on your side view mirror, you have the signal repeaters. And then here as you go in front, this would be for the automatic washer for your headlights. And then also the sensors in front. And LED daytime running lights as well for a 2012 car. Okay, now let's take a look at the trunk space as we always do here on Auto Infinity PH. But first, I would like to highlight the tail lights of this car. It's an S350, so it is incredibly bigger than the other sedans of Mercedes-Benz. Now, there are also the sensors at the back, and as I open this, it's just soft touch and it pops open. And here you can see how generous the trunk space is. What I appreciate about this trunk would be the finishing of the hinges, because it is quite aesthetic. And you can also see here the early warning device. And as I open this up, you would see the first aid kit. The spare tire is somewhere there underneath it. There. And the trunk space is illuminated as well over there. Now, as I close this, I don't have to slam it because it has a vacuum which actually seals it close. Let's now take a look at the engine of this 2012 3.5 liter V6 engine. So as you can see, even the insulation is really clean already. And again, I would like to highlight that this has the feature of airmatic suspension. And do take note that this is all stock. No modification has been made for this car, which has also ran for 51,000 kilometers. Before we go inside this car, I would also like to share with you that all four doors of this car has a soft close, okay? Here, have a look. Just like the trunk, it also vacuum seals all doors. Now, I know that this car is mostly chauffeur-driven, but I would still like to share with you the features that you can see here on the driver's side of this car. Now, this S350 features Harman Kardon sounds, and on the driver's door, there is still that option of seat or memory seat configurations. You could also adjust the headrest, the backrest, the chair, and as well as the seat, which later on we will be showing you more of that. The usual controls for the side view mirrors also. And this one, the armrest actually opens up for just a small container. Alright, so we are now inside the S350, and first off, it's all leather seats. Okay, and the steering wheel could also be adjusted. So as I move it forward, backward, up, and down. Alright? Now, the usual controls on your steering wheel, and then paddle shifters, signal lights, and then for the shifting of the gear, it's over here. For the headlights, there's a knob here on my left side. It's over here. Now, for the cluster panel, not much that you see here, just the usual speedometer, gas, and temperature. And then, what I would like to highlight though would be the entertainment system. Now, this one seems normal, nothing special. But before I highlight that, I would also like to share how you could actually control the system. So there's a wheel here in the middle where this ring could actually control the entertainment system. So it could be rotated and it could also be pressed for other functions. And then this one, as you open it, ta-da! It's actually a keypad. So if you connect your phone, you could just, dial there. The aircon vents here. So, of course, there is that clock with the Benz insignia over there. Now, what's amazing about this, just like what I told you earlier, is that in most luxury, sedans, the usual sedans that's used by presidents and really important people, VIPs rather, it's probably common that the aircon could actually be customized for the front and the back seat. But what's amazing about this car is if I am a driver and I have a companion here with me, I may have a different listening experience or a different media that I am listening to. And to top that, at the back row or on the second row, the left side and the right side would even have totally different media that they are watching or that they are listening on. So the headphones, I believe, are actually from Bose, which I will be showing you later as I take a ride later on and and show you guys how stable the ride is of this car. What else? Yes. Now, let's look at the dome lights. So aside from the dome lights, you could put your specs here. There's a container over there. And you could also light up the back row or the back seat. Now, this car has a moonroof and sunroof feature, which of course are functional, but I'm not gonna turn it on anymore because it's really hot outside and I don't want the dust coming inside of this car. And before we move on to me moving to the passenger side, as I should be if I were using this car, I would like to feature that this is probably the car with the most airbags that I have ever seen in my life. This car, a sedan, has a total of not 4, not 6, not 8, but 12 airbags. Okay? 12. Now, where are those airbags? The usual, there's 2 here. Okay? And then, another 2 on the steering wheel on the passenger side. And then, on the sides of the seats, that's 6. And then here on the, I don't know what you call it, perhaps the curtain panel. So that's a total of 8 already. How many? 8. Okay. And then later on, I'll show you where the other 4 are to complete the total of 12 airbags. Before we proceed, again, I would like to highlight our big thanks to the Go Light PH family for helping us get through this post of this vlog of Auto Infinity PH. Thank you for the collaboration with us. Now, I would like to share with you the airmatic suspension of this car. Now, you could actually adjust it Hold on. So Airmatic Sport, you could actually see it here on your panel, cluster panel. So if I keep pressing that, Airmatic Comfort. Alright? Now, aside from that, and I'm not gonna press it, I'll just show you. You could even change the height of the whole car. Alright? You don't just adjust the seats, you can adjust the whole car. How amazing is that? Now, these two small buttons, I never knew that this was possible in a car. But if you press the left and right side, the screen would actually change its orientation. Now, it may seem like, small difference, but if you are driving, this makes a huge difference in terms of your view of the screen. Now, this car has a total of 3 driving modes, which I will be telling you later. Here, if I press this, that's for the driving modes. Okay, so we are now inside this car, which really excites me so much as I sat here at the back. And honestly, this is the first time I'm gonna say that I would prefer sitting at the back than on the passenger seat, because the comfort or the feeling of sitting here is totally different from how it feels as if when you're sitting on the passenger side. Now, this might be a lengthy talk because there's just so much features that I would like to share with you on this S350 car. Starting off with the roof of the car. I am amazed. This makes me excited that there's actually a vanity mirror with light at the back. So you could, do your makeup, check how you look over there. And here, I could hang my coat, blazers here so that it's just there when I need it. Now, since this car, again, is mostly used for individuals who are chauffeur-driven, so they spend most of their riding time at the back, the features here are very focused for that individual. Why and how? So, let's start off here on this side. This little button here, if I press it and it lights up, I could actually adjust the front seat. Like if I want more space, I want leg room, I can do that. See? So even the backrest and even the headrest, I can adjust it just by, pressing this tiny button over here. I turned it off already. Now, another thing that amazes me, and this is the first time that I've seen this in a car, is actually the control on your armrest. Because most of the cars that I have been on or been in, the privacy screen is kind of manual, like you could pull it up and then hook it, right? But this car, if I press it, wow, look at that, it's automatic. And I just need to flick it up and it goes back up. What's even more amazing is if I press the left side, it's the same thing. The privacy screen on the left side or behind the driver would actually have the same function. Now, the third lever here, it's the wider one. If I bring it up, it would activate the privacy screen at the back. Good job, Mercedes Benz. I love that. So there's shade, additional shade. So I'll just turn that back down. Now earlier, we were left with a total of 8 airbags, right? So we still lack 4. Where's that 4? So the 4 additional airbags to have a total of 12 would be over here on either side. That's 2. And then the last 2 pairs of airbags would be at the sides of the second row seats of this car. Now, again, this part is leather. Then, it even has this tag over here, genuine premium leather. Now, this car, of course, this is the armrest, right? However, aside from it being an armrest, I could also control, this is where I could control the recline of my seat and even the headrest. Now, if I open this, oh, you see the headset. So there's a total of 2 headsets when you purchase this car. And then you can wear it like that and enjoy your own entertainment system. If I open this, ta-da! There is a remote control. And it's the Mercedes brand. And you could actually scroll through this because this is where you would be able to individually control the left and right LCD or LED screen. I'll show it on the video as I edit if it's LCD or LED. So that's how you can control the media from the back seat. Okay. Now, another thing that I would like to show you would be you could also control the temperature for the second row seat. And here, if you open this up, that is where you can charge your phone. Okay, so aside from the armrest double functioning as the controls for your seats, you could still do the same purpose or the same function on your door. You just have to make sure that this is not lit up. Okay, so as I try this, there you go. It really extends all the way back. This is for the backrest. Oh my god, I'm moving. It's amazing. Sorry for that ignoramus moment over there. And this one is for me to move forward. And then if I want to recline, like I've had a long day in the office. Oh my god. There. It's like I'm almost lying down already. Okay. Now, let's try the remote for the passenger or the back seat. So I'll press on. Mercedes Benz, hello. So this is the only side that lit up, just the right side, because it's on the right rear function. Now, I could, what are the features here? It's my first time trying to navigate. Okay, so the functions would be for disc, TV, and then aux. So you could even customize the sound. Let's try to explore this. Okay. So I could turn off the display also if I want. Aux. So let's go to it. I think it has local channels. Yeah. The reception here is just not good from where we are shooting. There. Okay. So we've pretty much talked about the features, amazing features of this car, really for the executives and for the VIPs. I'll put this back over here and the headset. What I want to explore further about this car would be how comforting it is, how I can relax, after a long day of work and my driver picks me up. I want to know if I could actually be able to rest and be able to work, be able to have my meals perhaps as I head off to another meeting and have a drink. started moving around already. And for the first time, I'm here on the backseat of the car. Why? Because I wanted to know, or I wanted to give you a description, there's the hump, of how it feels when you ride this car. It is not like the usual sedan, whether it's European or Japanese. The ride is really different, and I especially like how it kind of plays around when we get into a hump. So I don't, because usually if you are in a sedan or an SUV for that matter, if there is a hump, you would really feel it, right? But this one, it kind of just rocks you, like it doesn't bother you that much. Now, another thing or another reason that I wanted to drive around with this is, aside from the ride, I would like to test if it is actually possible to drink when the car is driving. Now again, let me take this opportunity to say thank you to Go Light for partnering with us on this video. I shall call this the Matagtag Challenge. Let's see how this car would actually pair up as compared to the other cars that we will be doing in the series, of how convenient it is for a passenger to drink another hump. Okay. So I think we are approaching a hump. Let's have a drink. That was smooth. Okay, so this concludes another episode of Auto Infinity PH, where we feature this 2012 locally purchased S350 with 3.5 liter V6 running on petrol engine. And again, this has only ran for 51,000 kilometers. Now, before we end, I would just like to remind you guys to like and subscribe this channel, Auto Infinity PH. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you have other inquiries, concerns, or if you want to work with us, collaborate with us, and we can feature your car also, just send us a message on 0977-834-CARS. That's 0977-834-2277. Bye!